Hello, this is Whitney with the Yoga Art Space Studio. Today I'm channeling a message of love from my higher self. In order to help me get into that channeling state, I love to use the doTERRA Immortelle blend. This is a blend of some of the highest frequency oils available: frankincense, sandalwood, lavender, helichrysum, and rose. And so this helps me to raise my frequency, raise my vibration into that beautiful high frequency state that's required for receiving messages of love like this. So I love to place this like the symbol of an eye on my forehead. I love to elongate it on my throat to speak more clearly. And just a little dot to open up my crown chakra. The smell is amazing. And so here I'm going to take a moment to relax my body into that meditative state, and I'll allow the message to flow as it flows to me today. Dear loved ones, if you could understand how love is the creation of every cell of your being, if you could understand how connected you are, if you could see that the next step in your journey is union, it would change so much about your choices, about your interactions, about the very way you live your life. You're currently residing in a strong third chakra way of life. That third chakra is all about survival, about power, about fighting for what you think is right and demolishing what you think is wrong. Inherent in that idea is duality, the separation. Could you imagine what life would be like? Little by little, taking away some of the charge around duality. Not so much saying that it's bad to exist in a plane where there's dark and light, but not being so fearful of one and attached to the other. Recognizing that all perspectives are you in various situations. Recognizing that if you grew up differently, perhaps you would think very differently as well. The next natural shift is toward the heart chakra, the fourth chakra of love. And that shift requires a willingness to be in one, to be formed as a group, and to synchronize the power of the group to form amazing changes in the universe. Think of how much one person can accomplish, and think of starting to incorporate a group around this one person. Maybe a life coach, maybe a business partner to take on some of the responsibilities that are a little harder for the one. And the more people we start to add into this group, the more power that group has to accomplish the goals. It's said that most startup businesses fail after 5 years. Think of these groups not trying to just strive on their own, but trying to work together in greater harmony, including more people, more help, and how that might change that statistic. How that might change the dream, allowing the dream to come full fruit. And this fourth chakra density, this heart density, the pervading energy is love. This jump into the fourth chakra can seem like a large chasm. It can seem very difficult. It's as different as the plant and rock kingdom jumping up to the animal kingdom, and the animal kingdom jumping up to humanity. That jump that humans can make to turn themselves into truly a Zion people, a people of one heart, one mind, no poor among them. That's the jump that takes place heading into this heart chakra way of living, way of evolving. It's the next natural step. And the best part is it happens when you choose for it to happen. No coercion, no pressure. It's when you're ready. Because time doesn't exist. So imagine in this moment you were ready. Ready to make the leap into love. Ready to stop fighting for everything. What does that feel like? Honestly, it's a shift into bliss. Just doing actions because it feels good and right. Actions because you couldn't imagine living life another way. In that lifestyle, that fourth density, life becomes much less of a struggle because the combined synchronized energy, vibration, helps to reduce the struggle down to just the amount that would be playful and fun. Think of approaching your challenges in this way. There's no sense of stress about it. It's all just a big game. What would I like to see next in my life? What would I love to experience? What would I love to play with? What experience would I love to have? And allow this harmony, this joy to be the experience. It's almost like a fairy realm. Imagine the pixies just playing all day long, having fun, creating a sense of magic, because manifestation can be instantaneous if the energy brought to the thought, the idea, is great enough. Imagine this loved ones. Everything in your life you are creating every day. And so if you're stressed because this is now year 3 of a big global pandemic, then stop creating that future for yourself. There's infinite parallel universes that you could pull to yourself by matching yourself to that frequency, that vibration. And so know you've created this reality, this intense duality. Everything that you describe about this current situation, you've created it. Take responsibility. That's where the power of the third chakra comes in. Finally acknowledging the truth of the quantum mechanics, that I do have power to shape my destiny, to see a new direction. I do have power, and I can choose a new way when I'm ready to play with that reality, that destiny, that direction. So in this year of your life, what would you love to see? That as you're heading into a new vibration, a new frequency, there is a transition phase that happens to allow you to question, to decide, to reconfirm the choice. And in that transition phase, there's fluctuations of both energies. So by maintaining focus on what you wish to see, envisioning that as your reality entirely, you will begin to see more and more evidence of that happening around you, and less of the old earth, knowing that it's not actually earth that ever changes, it's you phasing in and out of certain realities. Returning back to love. If you could imagine that each and every cell that you were made out of was a unit of love. Imagine this, how this can help you shift toward the energy of love much more powerfully. It's less about creating some feeling that's out there, and it's much more about opening to what you already are. It's like you were a ray, a well of love. And one program at a time, you laid a brick to begin to shield yourself from it. Because that's what society taught at the time. That's a belief that you needed at that time in order to survive that phase of your life, in order to experience that level of density, experience the contrast. And you allowed more and more bricks to be laid all around you, higher and higher, until you realize you're encompassed in this box and it's hard to see over it. Maybe you even built it too high to see over it. This is a shield from love. This is what makes separation possible. This is what makes it easy to hate the enemy, to create somebody to hate. But imagine, even just for a moment, doing a pull-up over this wall and peeking around, and how much more beautiful the world is not living inside of a little brick box. Smell the air. The air is just love. Look at the plants. They're made of love. Look at the animals. Look at the people wanting to welcome you out. Remember the phase, the transition to the next parallel universe can still have those fun little moments of drama, the fun little fragments, the oscillations, testing you, helping you decide if you truly do want to live in this world of love, or if you'd rather return to the box again. It can feel like an act of faith, a leap of faith, to come out of this box that you've lived your whole life. But that's the beginning, the very touch of starting to move into that fourth chakra way of life. It's that trust in your own power rather than fear of power of others. Trust in your ability to manifest rather than fear at what you've already manifested. Treat it like a game. Joyous realities, fun playing. Day one of living in the heart chakra. Would blow you away with the possibilities, with the magnitude, the very intensity of power of thought that you could only begin to imagine here. You currently reside in this third density where there's a lot of time between a thought and its manifestation. And that's for a reason. It gives you time to learn how to control your thoughts. Because otherwise, every thought of fear would create a nightmare. And you would be scared. You would have no ability to focus enough to get yourself out of it. And so instead, in this density, you get to practice. Practice controlling your thoughts. When thoughts of fear arise, practice changing the thought. Practice the power. Practice that single-pointed focus. Choose something you'd like to manifest. A snow day. Getting rid of a cough. You can choose something simple at first if you'd like. And rather than wishing it away out of a hatred, wishing for something to be different, imagine yourself already in that parallel universe, happily enjoying the experience of cough-free, happily enjoying the snow day, school cancellation, throwing snowballs, building forts, spinning in circles with the arms open, magical fairy dust snow falling, covering your eyelashes. Feel yourself in that parallel universe. And with that simple prayer of joy, of imagination, of feeling that reality, you're already beginning to attract that to become your future. So what is one simple step forward moving toward this message of love? A simple step forward into the heart chakra. It's allowing yourself, like that snow day, to visualize what would a world that's just one step more loving look like and feel like. Begin to see yourself in that world. What actions do I take in that world? What ways do I spend my time? What hobbies deserve my energy? What messages do I send to people? Electronically, verbally, even through my thoughts? There's many empathetic people picking up on thoughts. And just let yourself live that one step closer. And one step today and one step tomorrow will lead you directly into that beautiful parallel universe. And no, it doesn't need to require time or space to actually arrive there. It could be instantaneous if you could maintain that focus of thoughts. But you tend to enjoy the journey. You love the fun stories that show up. You love the drama and getting to have that adventure. So allow it to take all the time it needs to take. There's no time, there's no space. There's nothing wrong with learning a lesson over 100 years instead of over 2 minutes. It's the game that you'd like to play. So if it helps to just think of one step at a time, let that be the journey. Let that be the joy of your life at this moment. That adventure toward bliss, toward release, toward union, toward love. Until one day, love is all that you can see around you. This is my message of love to you this Valentine's Day. May your life be full of love. May your heart and your mind synchronize coherently with the energy of love. May your reality begin to witness love. Namaste.